Okay guys, I am back. Unfortunately though, I've noticed the next part, this part, part 10, there was a few audio problems. First of all, I had a deep voice. Let me load. So I'm actually already I'm like 3 or 4 hours ahead of this video. But I noticed it was messed up for a few reasons. Had a deep voice for the first minute, and then it is slowly got to my regular voice, but then it was out of sync, and it only goes on for I think it recorded 30 minutes, so I have to just redo the time between this part and next part. So I'm re-recording this, so let's go. We leave the main building, and then leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground, with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of a painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Sacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground besides the wall. See? The left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get into the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. And then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from our class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easy to paint big areas if there are lots of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flops around and makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't seem to notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there's something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. Why would hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of a statement that makes sense, and it actually kind of does. I think it's best to start from the top. So this is your project. You did this. Yes. Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't know really the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, because she's awesome and I'm kind of a pansy. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See? I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. Almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do? You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figured painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light worked pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I want to see what it looked like in dim light. Do you think it's flat? Well, paintings tend to be flat. No, she's not talking about literally flat. She's talking about the art, is it? Never mind. Not like that flat, you know, flat. Like some people are no substance, no meat, where there should be some. They're boring. I know a few girls who... I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, but it doesn't mean you can't tell how you feel about the art so far. Oh, gosh, I'm so disappointed with this character. Not Ren, the main character. So, I don't really have anything to say. Ren shrugs her shoulders at that saying, suit yourself, without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I didn't think I get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at Sports Track, but there aren't any. Ren sure is quick to recruit my help, as was shy. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be any help though. It's just mixing some paints. You can do that. Probably. Do you have motor control problems like, you know, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I get it. Hard thinking has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. Open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. Like I put them over some pancakes and I mix them, creating funny hypnotic looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Ren sets to work every now and then asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants to position down to the last millimeter before she's satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add half a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The evergreen, this green, the green of my eyes. I carefully pour some of the evergreen paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color to add? No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you like an opinion? Notice just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I got an idea. Add more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow. Exactly, it's the color yellow. Like yellow, not yellow mustard, but yellow darkish, but also mild and bright, like the sun. But also kind of dark and mysterious. That kind of yellow. Like Batman yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed of me, I found myself enjoying it more than I thought it would. Seeing a painting being born on a plaster wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing painting, crouching down on the paving, just looking at her work, because I'm kind of a creep. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from a few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there was some need to conserve words in breath and sound. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of the fitful slumber into an unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few moments, or minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I haven't already done so. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here all day. School's surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded yet. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping classes is easy here, I don't think they were going to let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck while the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamako, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. Yay. I ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, but so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics, jumping jacks. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with little I can do to stretch my heart. Jumping jacks, duh, and Cheerios. Wait, that's cholesterol. So I mean, what's good for your heart? I think it's Cheerios. Maybe they can get back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over or dead at any minute. As far as I discover, I'm the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowed who bowled me over in a hallway yesterday is running on the track like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clanking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she's running for this early in the morning. Maybe something that came to mind, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. Or maybe she likes jogging and being in shape, unlike me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my health, and his prompting me to do so. And even with things like they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of here as early as possible in the morning of the day. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I had to leave, but it seems that my 4-month assailant noticed me on her last lap. Foiled again. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning. Your name is Cecile, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hallway yesterday? How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, as long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose it'll be fine. Great. I'm not sure I realized I was joking. Sarcasm. Don't do it again, please. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about was you, basically. That's right. Okay. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying I don't look like I'd be a spy? No one could be a spy that has middle legs. They would be not stealthy-like. No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid that he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looked like he was kind of lost on the track. So, what are you down here for? Completely just ignoring that clueless impression that I was giving off? Okay, fine. Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track! Oh, I see. You're on the track team then. Well, duh, she just said so. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that too much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I'm really like running all that much. Plus, I'm not into organized sports, you know. Even though track is not really well, I guess it can be a sport. It's true that I never got really into soccer either. I mean, I went around with my friends all day, but I wasn't really enjoying it that much for the sport. It was for my friends. It wasn't for the glory to be on the field. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not to the whole organization thing. But now you're here, I guess we're gonna run together. Yes, let's run to the setting sun, girl. Emmy seems pleased. Are you gonna warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always warm up, bad as hell. She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I need warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't have to stretch my legs. After the confirmed statement, she bounces up and down a couple times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go. So we both take off the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Probably because her legs don't get tired. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run without any sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, hitting on the balls of your feet rather than your heels. I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult because I'm out of shape. Apparently I'm not very good at this. Maybe Emmy could help me with this sometimes. I'm not really feeling like I should do more than a couple laps today, and I slow to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I stop until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor because I'm so out of shape and spend all my time looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon episodes online. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. I am beaten. Hell yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time you just have to hold a little bit longer, and longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great. I keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I got plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Sal. Yeah, see ya. And bam, she's off. Like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? That's not always true, though. Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice at least to feel like I've done something, and I got some control of my miserable little life and health. I had to try to keep this up, even though I probably won't. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off quickly and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. I don't know where a shadow appears from the mist like Batman, looming and radiating malice intent. It bursts through the fog. Sup? Why does he have a... I hope that leaf doesn't go on a hamburger later. Or it's only on a hamburger. What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? Only I see he's been looking for me like that, stark naked, but I hold my tongue back because I think he is. Or he was doing that. I finally realize I'm still naked too and quickly hold my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. Because he's kind of blind. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad it's like a perpetually seeing through fog? You know your room? Yeah, that's it. Hey, I still have to get up, but whatever. It's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane sized glasses. Talking usually like this, wearing nothing feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked from someone when they can't see me being naked. Say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush out the feeling with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Could you just give it to me because I had the good will not to run through your pockets while you're in the shower? I could have, but I exercise restraint. And in the end, isn't that the fight that counts? Come on, be a pal. Screw this. He has a point. I'm offended, man, but if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza. And I've already covered most of the money, but I still need a little bit more for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I will give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat a pizza. He got me. What about you, though? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy and eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily, like freaking Solid Snake. If you don't, then everyone always asks for a slice of the pizza, like bubblegum. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece, everyone wants a slice. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance so that when people who are wrongly order a pizza, I will be there. Ever vigilant. Kenshi strikes a dramatic pose completely without irony while he's naked. But yeah, only like 400 yen please. You're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened last time I went out without careful planning out in advance. I was outside. I came in what I was doing. Something, standing, maybe, wondering how I got there. And then out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, spitting the sky like how you split a sandwich in two equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him, shake him, but I don't want to risk moving that dingly thing in front of me. It was like I was in the opening to some kind of anime show. You know how they always, a part where the man leader's fighting his rival and they fly at each other and clash swords like there's some big dramatic colored oars and zoom, 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 zoom? Actually, I do. It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging. I only need like 1,000. I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back, though. You have 1 week. Oh! Kenji insists that me makes a noise like a dying cow, particularly disturbing the fact that his baton is conducting freely. You're not supposed to be so tight-ass about money between brothers and arms. Man, men have it bad enough as it is. Did you know that male porn stars only make about half of what female porn stars make? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda, and you can't even spot me your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again? This stuff is important. I can't see that you don't give a shit, but this is serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make no mistake. You take them lightly, and you wake up in the morning with a knife in your back, bam, out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. That's not true. They have years of practice. I thought you just said don't take them lightly. Well, I don't mean to take them lightly for big things. Individually, they're not a threat, but if there was some sort of war, like a big war, with men on one side and the feminist force on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of the central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say it's on now, motherfuckers. You're being ridiculous, man. There's no worldwide feminist headquarters building where would even hide that? Underground, obviously. I mean, it has to be something massive. You couldn't hide it on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with women only in it. Who said it was on Earth? He's got me there. Yeah, there's a war going on. A war not people know about it though, but it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all over the known world. Then we'll have to pick sides. We will have to make a new stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it, the bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly, when I grew tired of the bleakness of the fight, when I mistook the time the power went over for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would be all over. I was like, whoa, and I knew how to get serious, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. Must be a pretty crappy movement if it all hinges on one naked guy renting on a bathroom at another naked guy. So can I have the money? You mean you just threw that out of nowhere? He's walking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked and he has that leaf to cover his ass, but I don't. Now I want to get to class, so I agree to spend the money. Awesome, thanks dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. The ultimate manly sport, because there's no woman bowlers either, making it almost the manliest sport in existence next to chess. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower accents? The pink bowling shirt, dude. Pink is manly. Do you have bowling clothes? Come on, Hasao, you are so ignorant. Maybe. Anyway, you better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have the time to ask him to elaborate on what that means, but yeah, I don't mind getting paid back in stuff or pizza or food. I don't know, I have to get to class, so you're kind of in my way. Oh, sorry. I don't want to hold you up, and I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. Time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time really has come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was just going to. And what does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure is building. The pressure. What if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I gave him my practice frown and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see, or maybe he doesn't care. So I get dressed and run back to my room feeling as though the eternity has passed as I woke up. This is time I will never get back. I'll get him back for this somehow. I will get him back. But right now I have to get to class. Okay, and this is where I stopped off. Okay.